Whoa, not so fast.
Come on, I gotta be...
Aren't you gonna say anything?
I don't know what to say.
Well, I don't know what to say either. Except goodbye. Here. Take them, they're your keys. I won't be able to get in past the doorman or into the mailboxes or into your apartment. And you might as well check my purse while we're at it.
I don't need to.
No, I insist. Do you see a duplicate set of keys in there?
I don't want to look in your purse.
I want you to. Heaven forbid that you should misplace $5 or a knife and a fork or an ashtray. I don't want to be accused of sneaking back up here and stealing any of your things.
This really isn't necessary.
Don't be too sure. I'm a desperate character and I'm not to be trusted. Just ask John and Cassie.
I am truly sorry that it's come to this.
I'm really sorry, too.
Honey, all I wanted was the simple truth. When you wouldn't do that, that's when the doubts began, and you never did anything to make them go away.
Now that Miss Matron Spitz is dead, you know I'll never be able to clear my name.
You could clear your name all by yourself.
How? No one will believe me. Don't you realize that it was in my interest to have Spitz alive and tell her story?
Even if her story had implicated you?
Her story wouldn't be anything but a lie. And John and Herb would have found that out when they followed up on it. But now it's too late. Oh. You know, in spite of what you think about me right now, I really do appreciate all your faith that you used to have in me. I just hope that someday you realize that I really was innocent after all.
Oh, come on. Where are you going?
I don't know. What does it matter? Listen, that's probably John and Cassie, and I don't want to be here for them to laugh, okay?
Well, I'm sorry. I must have to come right in. I didn't mean to interrupt.
That's okay, Mr. Dennison. You weren't interrupting anything. We were just finishing. Right, Dorian?
Well, no sense our keeping you any longer. Gracias. So how is your sister doing here anyway?
Looking for me. What else?
They're gone.
You idiots weren't looking very hard, were you?
I can find you, gringo, and break you in two. Hey, hello, no! Enrico, stop it now. Just be still. At least we have this, all right? Let's forget about them for now and harvest the coca crop. We'll get the Holdens later. Back at the ranch. Go!
So we're stranded out here?
Well, Pete's being killed out here. Now, listen, we're going to cut across the highway. We're going to hitchhike up to Buenos Aires. Okay?
My sight is a red...
Son, my day has been made.
You are hereby evicted from said premises. Pa, according to this, you have been kicked out of the Vernon Inn.
That's right. Ain't that marvelous?
I think you better sit down. You're not hitting on all 8 cylinders.
I've never been more happy in my life. To think I married a know-nothing flower of the islands, and look what it blossomed into.
Pamela's behind this?
Pamela bought the Vernon Inn right out from under me. Can you believe it, Clint? I mean, she took over operations right away and booted me out. You know, I've loved and lost a lot of women in my life, but I have never had an ex-wife like Pammy. Ooh.
You admire her spunk, don't you?
I want to tell you something. I think I made a mistake. I think I sent her out to pasture a little too quick. You know, she's always had good breeding, but now she's got fire in her.
She is a woman that knows her own mind, yeah.
Yeah, you're right about that. It's going to take special handling and lots of care. I was hoping I could work on her at the Vernon Inn. I reckon I'm going to have to find a new place to set up camp.
Don't be silly. You'll move back into the mansion with me and the boys.
No. I told the judge I would not live in the mansion while you and the children were there. I will not be a bad influence on my grandkids.
The judge didn't say that was necessary, and I second it. Now, we're not going to have you moving anyplace else.
Thank you, Clint. Whoa, wait. Won't Vicky object?
How can she when she'll be in New York?
New York?
Yeah, you know, you're not the only one with good news, Pa. She's agreed to intensive therapy to cure her amnesia.
You don't say.
Yeah, she's leaving for New York tonight.
Did she tell you what doctor and clinic she's going to?
No, all those arrangements haven't been made, but she's going to call me as soon as it's settled. Well, what's wrong? You're not against her getting help, are you?
Oh, hell, no, I'm all for that. The New York thing, that gets me. There's got to be at least a dozen fine therapists. No farther than Philadelphia.
I'm sure Vicky has her reasons.
I'm sure she has, too. But what are they? The real reason, I mean. Why does she have to go so far away from the very children she says she wants to get close to?
I don't know why, Pa. All I know is... That's a good question. Why does she have to go all the way to New York?
Dorian, if I've come at a bad time, I'd be happy.
No, it's perfectly all right. I want to thank you so much for coming by on such short notice. Please sit down.
Thank you. Well, what can I do to help?
Oh, well, as you may have heard, I have just accepted an appointment to the Prison Reform Commission.
Yes, congratulations, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm not going to have much time to bask in the glory, because once the work begins in earnest, I'm going to have to do something about WVLE.
Well, you won't have to give up the TV station, will you?
No, I don't think there's a conflict of interest involved. It's just a matter of time and energy.
Oh, I see. You can still oversee the general operation, but it's the individual departments. That's another thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And there's a particular department that's always had my personal stamp, and that's our news division.
Well, you made it the best in the area.
Thank you, but I think it can be better. And from everything I've seen of your work at the Banner, I think you're exactly the man to make it better.
You offering me a job, Nora?
Oh, it's much more than just a job. I know that I'll be leaving WVLE in good hands if you were to accept the position as Executive Director of News.
Wow.
Somehow I did expect a more articulate response from a journalist.
Well, you caught me off guard. I'm flattered.
It has nothing to do with flattery. It's going to take a tough man to do a tough job.
Well, I accept the offer happily, Mrs. Lord. Thank you.
You're quite welcome. And welcome to WVLE.
Why, thank you, ma'am.
Murray, don't argue with me. Just meet me in the same parking lot now.
Now, this may come as a bit of a shock to you, Diane, but I have better things to do with my life than jump every time you call.
Only you can handle this.
I handled that sweetheart Spitz, didn't I? I still haven't been paid.
Well, that's what I've been trying to tell you. This is part of the same job. Now, this is your payoff, and after this, you can retire permanently.
As good as that, huh? All right, Diane, I'll meet you. But this is the last time. Get it?
Yeah, I get it. The last time. For everybody.
Yes, but with the help of the staff at the WVLE and Dorian, I might be able to pull it off.
Of course you will. Did Dorian give you any idea when she wants you to start?
Yeah, right away.
Oh.
I've been sitting on my hands too long. The thing I need most now is work.
Oh, I know you do. I'm very happy for you.
Well, you sound less than enthusiastic.
No,
however,
no. I think it's wonderful, the job and the challenge. I guess I wish the timing had been a bit better, that's all.
Well, how do you mean?
Larry called me. He wants me to leave for New York tonight.
Oh, I thought we'd have a little more time to make plans.
Yes, well, so did I. Unfortunately, this doctor that he wants me to see is going to lecture in Japan, and if I want to see him, it's now or never.
Okay, if Larry thinks this is the doctor that's going to be able to help you most, we make our plans accordingly. Huh?
No, I'm not going to ask you to change your plans just to come with me. I mean, you just started a brand new job.
Vicky, what if you have a blackout?
Well, they'll provide me with a nurse.
Oh, come on. Nurses are beautiful people, but you need a friend to help you keep your spirits up. Someone like me. I do card tricks. I make little animals out of balloons, and I tell funny stories.
I cannot ask you to sacrifice this just to keep me company.
It's not a sacrifice. I want to go to New York with you, and I'm going to New York with you, whether you like it or not.
You just got a brand new job. You can't toss it away like this.
Well, ask Dorian for a leave of absence, then.
Before you've even started?
Oh, she'll give it to me or she won't give it to me. Either way, I am going to New York with you. And that's that.
You're the most stubborn, most impossible man I've ever met. And the most wonderful.
I was waiting for you to realize that. Okay. Don't worry about my job, all right? Now, you call the airlines, make a reservation for me, and call the hotel in New York and make a reservation for me there.
Okay. And while I'm doing all of that, what are you doing?
Well, I'm going to be trying to get hold of Dorian, and of course, I have to tell Mary Lynn.
Mary Lynn?
Well, I must tell her where I'm going to be.
Yes, but don't tell her why I'm going to New York.
Well, she wouldn't let on to Clint or anyone.
No, I just think it's too important a secret to burden her with.
Well, I don't find it easy to fool Mary Lynn, but I'll try. Okay. You make those calls, all right? We have a plane to catch.
I'm trying not to look too happy, Mom, but I can't help it. You did the right thing.
I don't know. I wish I were that sure.
You put a lot of faith in Diane. Your faith was misplaced.
Honey, it was a lot more than just faith. I mean, I really cared about Diane. I thought of her as part of the family.
Well, that was part of her betrayal. That's what makes it so much worse. John and I were just talking about that at lunch.
Were you? Yes. Betrayal is a terrible thing.
Mom, why are you looking at me like that?
Just because it's hard to discount everything Diane ever said or did.
You know what I think? I think that you don't want to be too harsh on Diane because it makes you feel less about yourself.
Yes, but what if I did make a mistake about her?
Oh, Mom, don't tell me you're having second thoughts about her.
Did I take against hers? Ex-matron Spitz, for goodness sakes? What possible proof could Spitz have had that there was some sort of a connection between Diane and Jamie?
Spitz could have proved it if she hadn't been killed. Let's not forget Diane's non-existent story of her tragic past or her pathetic attempts to explain my missing jewelry.
You don't have to keep hitting me over the head with the facts.
Maybe I do, Mom. As painful as it is, maybe that's the only way I'm going to get you to realize that you did the right thing by letting her go.
There are still too many unanswered questions.
About what?
About a lot of things. Chief among them, how could Diane have had Spitz murdered or murdered her when she was nowhere near Statesville?
She could have called a buddy at Statesville, and the next thing you know, Spitz is hanging in her cell.
I'm going to call a buddy of mine at Statesville. I've got to get to the bottom of this Spitz suicide.
Mom, you know the truth.
I have to reserve final judgment. Not just for Diane's sake, but for my own peace of mind.
Able to get a hold of Luis on the phone. And he checked the local Hall of Records, and there has been no marriage license issued to Tina and Max. Aren't you relieved? Look, Look, at least Tina isn't a bigamist, and Max Holden's name won't be on the birth certificate when your child is born.
Yeah, you're right. I guess that is good news, Kate.
But not the news you wanted to hear, right?
Maybe they know that we're down here in Buenos Aires. Maybe that's why they keep disappearing every time we get close. I can't shake the feeling that maybe history is trying to repeat itself, Kate. Just like when my ma wasn't able to be around Clint when I was born.
So you think fate or destiny is driving Tina away from you and into the arms of Max Holden?
I know that you're the one with a scientific mind, and it doesn't fit into your way of thinking, but yeah, maybe fate does have its hand in this. Maybe that's why I can't find Tina.
Well, I've been putting my little scientific mind to work, and what if it wasn't fate that drove Tina and Max from the ranch? What if it was something much more sinister?
Such as?
Well, I am sure that was a gunshot I heard today at the ranch. It wasn't some truck backfiring. I don't care what that guy said.
You know, I've been thinking about that myself. That guy was real anxious to get rid of us, wasn't he?
Yeah, didn't need any help, nothing.
All right, you just convinced me. Tomorrow morning, first thing, I am going back out there to Bella Vista Ranch.
Oh, no, you're not. We're going back out there together.
Not the kind of accommodations we're used to.
Don't worry, we won't be here for long.
You know, it's amazing to me. How can a place be so poor and so colorful all at the same time?
People here are very rich in spirit.
Yeah, look at us. Going from king and queen to riverbank.
Mom, we better get you out of these wet things. We don't want you catching your death.
Yeah, what now, Matt? What's going to happen to us now?
It's great to hear your voice, too, Roberta. How are they treating you?
Well, it ain't exactly paradise, but you didn't call just to hear prison gossip.
As a matter of fact, that is why I called. You know everything that's going on there at Statesville, so tell me about Spitz's death. Was it a suicide?
Dorian, if that was suicide, I'm a size 10.
Roberta, this is very important to me. Are you sure?
I was in the dining hall when Spitz came in. She was laughing. And she said the fix was in. She'd made a deal with the DA, and she was getting out of Statesville real soon. So why would she go to her cell and hang herself?
Yes, why indeed. Does the prison grapevine have any word as to who killed Spitz?
It's funny. Nobody wants to take credit for knocking off Spitz. It's too bad. We would give a medal.
Well, if you hear anything more, will you call me?
Well, Dory, you know I'd do anything for you. Are you going to come and visit soon?
You just bet I am, especially now that I've been appointed to the Prison Reform Commission. I'm going to get over there. I'm finally going to do something about making Statesville more humane.
Well, if you can do something about the food, we'll build you a statue.
You haven't changed a bit, Roberta. I miss you, really, and give my love to all the girls, okay? Bye-bye. Well, there's no doubt about it. Roberta makes it official. Somebody outside Statesville murdered Spitz.
Someone like Diane.
Honey, we still can't be sure. Mom, who else would want to shut Spitz up before she squealed?
Come on, Murray, it's child's play. While Dorian's at the luncheon, the penthouse will be deserted.
What about the maid?
It's her day off. I'm telling you, this will be a piece of cake. Here.
You didn't give Dorian back her keys.
I gave her one set. I even begged her to check my purse for a duplicate, but being the trusting soul that she is, she refused.
You're one smart chick, I'll give you that. All right, so the keys get me in. Then what?
Oh, here, you'll need this.
Looks like a combination.
Hey, you're quick. So go in there, go to the wall safe, empty it out, and then leave the same way that you came in. And then I want you to meet me back here.
My favorite part. We do the split.
50-50. You go your way and I'll go mine. We'll both be very rich and very happy strangers.
Okay. I have to hand it to you. The plan sounds every bit as good as you claimed.
Till tomorrow?
Tomorrow. Not the only one with smarts around here, Diane. Maybe it's time I did a little planning of my own.
Oh, you ready?
Yes, as ready as I'll ever be.
Good.
Did you talk to Dorian?
No, her lines were busy, but Mary Lynn will give her a message.
You told Mary Lynn?
Only that you had a medical problem and had to see a specialist in New York, so.
Did she understand why you're coming with me?
Yes, she understands.
Uh-huh, I see. She's worried about you, and she thinks you're making a mistake, right?
Vicky, Mary Lynn is my daughter, and I love her very much, but she does not tell me how to run my life.
No, but she's right, you know. If it were to be found out that we went away together, it would cause a scandal.
Well, look, Mary Lynn would be nothing if it's not discreet. If anyone asks her, Dorian or anyone, she'll tell them that I'm out of town on family business.
So now we've dragged your daughter into the middle of this deception.
Don't you worry about Mary Lynn, all right? I've left a number for her so she can call me if she has to reach me.
I hate these secrets.
Well,
I hate them.
We can tell the truth.
What's the truth? That I have a brain aneurysm or a tumor?
We don't know about that, do we?
No, we don't know. That's what's so awful. It's so awful not knowing.
I know. So we'll go to New York. We'll find out what the problem is. We will attack it. And we will win, okay?
I don't feel very strong. Can you help me?
You don't have to ask me that. Let's go.
Morning. Hi. Well, it looks like business as usual at WVLE.
Yes.
Dorian, thank goodness you're here.
Hi, trouble, Tony?
Well, Diane worked out the guest accommodations, but nobody knows where she is.
I'll be with you in just a minute.
It's not easy for you to come down here today, is it?
It just reminds me of all the hopes that I had for Diane.
I know.
I still wish there was some way that I could believe in that girl again.
Mom, you just gave the police your inside information on Statesville. Spitz was murdered by someone on the outside, someone like Diane. And Rafe gave you his word the department would check up on it.
And what if they do? What if they harass her and interrogate her? And it turns out that I'm wrong. The poor kid is innocent after all.
Let's just say I've been running, right?
Yes, Tina will put a man through his paces.
Listen, I took her away from the ranch. I put her up in a small hotel where Court's never going to find her.
You don't know the hold that she has on him. So long as Tina is in Buenos Aires, Court's going to track her down.
We're not staying in Buenos Aires.
Oh. I guess that means you're going to take her with you, even though she is pregnant?
That's right.
Well, Max, I'm sorry for calling you an opportunist. You may be the last of the romantics.
Well, whatever it is I am, I may be a dead one soon unless you get me and Tina out of town quick. I don't understand, ma'am. I was under the impression that the Holdens lived here.
See, but last night the senor and the senora never came back. Well, maybe they went to visit someone at another ranch.
Or maybe our suspicions were correct and they are in some kind of trouble.
Si ustedes pudieran darse cuenta.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. If we only realized what? I speak Spanish. I know what you're talking about. You said if we realized what?
Please, senor, I dare not. Margarita, look, we don't want to get you in any sort of trouble, but we are very worried about Max and Tina.
We were on the ranch yesterday. We heard what we thought was some kind of a gunshot. An older gentleman explained to us that it was just his truck backfiring. Do you know what that was all about? He was real anxious to get rid of us.
A man with gray hair and a mustache? Yes.
Yeah.
Do you know him? Si, señorita. Dante Medina. He's the devil himself. I fear he may be the reason Senor Max and Senora Tina have disappeared.
They can't have just vanished. I don't care. Turn Buenos Aires upside down if you have to, but find them.
You better pick up that phone and start dialing again. You have to help me get out of here.
Not now, Jamie. As you can see, I have problems of my own, all right?
You want problems. If my sister Kate finds me before I can leave Buenos Aires, she'll have the police out looking for me.
Well, that is regrettable for you, but what does that have to do with me?
If I get caught, I'm not taking the rap all by my lonesome. Am I clear, amigo?
It's clear. Here, we have no need to threaten each other, amigo. Of course I can help you.
I'm glad you see it that way.
Yes, I have a cabin up near the Iguazu Falls. It's a bit isolated and rustic, about an hour's flight north. We'll stay there, all right?
Great, let's get going.
Not now. First, I want to find out where Max Holden and his wife are.
Look, if you're worried that they'll tell the cops that they found our coca crop, forget it. They'll be too busy running for their lives.
Yes, that's true. But what if they talk to someone in authority? You and I will be just about finished. I want to find the Holdens now and silence them once and for all.
If you knew of any openings. Here, sir? Well, here, there, anywhere. I wish I could help you, but we're not hiring right now. I can't say for any place else.
Excuse me.
Oh, Ms. Bristol. No messages for you this morning.
Thanks.
Well, if you do hear of anything, I'd appreciate your passing it on. Sure thing, Mr. Holden.
I know how you feel.
Ma'am?
I couldn't help but overhear your conversation. I know how it is to be looking for work.
Oh, yeah, you too?
Yeah, I'm Diane Bristol.
Steve Holden. He must be another newcomer in town, huh?
Well, actually, I've been here for a while, but my situation has changed drastically. I lost my apartment and my job, so I checked in here to wait until something else comes up.
Well, it's nice to know that I'm not the only one that's facing this.
Wish I could help you. I have a list of names, but...
That's a start. I wish you luck.
Wait a second. You know, I really don't think that these names are going to help me much, but they may be able to help you.
No, I doubt it. I'm just about the most total stranger you'd ever hope to meet.
Now, come on. I was the same way when I first got here, and I think that if we put our heads together, we might be able to come up with something.
You think so?
Well, it sure beats pounding the pavement alone, doesn't it?
All right, Diane. You come up with the contacts, and I'll come up with the coffee.
Great.
Let's go find a place to sit
Oh,
down.
I know a really cute place right around the corner.
You going someplace, Diane?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I am.
Well, this won't take long. I need to talk to you about a little business, in private, police business.
Mom, I thought we'd been through all of this before. Darling, what I said was that yes, I could see that Spitz's death was not a suicide. But I didn't say that I thought that Diane was implicated in any way.
Okay, you need more proof, and have John get the evidence you need.
Why are you so anxious to get John involved in this?
All I want is for you to see the truth about Diane. That's it.
Kathy, I kicked her out of the house. I fired her from her job. Isn't that enough?
Not if you're going to keep blaming yourself for her crime.
Oh, please. Look, I just don't think that there is any evidence that she was involved in a murder, that's all.
Well, that might be true, but John thinks that maybe Diane was involved in the hit-and-run accident that left Allison Perkins in a coma.
You know, it's amazing. John keeps coming up with these interesting theories. And aside from impressing you, I really don't see what they prove.
Maybe alone they don't prove a lot, but you put it all together, you throw in Spitz's murder, and it points to one thing.
And what is that?
Diane is one very smart and very dangerous woman. Unless we get some evidence on her that sticks, none of us are going to be very safe.
Mrs. Lord, excuse me.
Oh, hello, Mary Lynn.
Hi, Mary Lynn.
Hi, Cassie. I've been meaning to call you to hear about your trip.
Thanks. I've been meaning to call you, too, but...
Oh, Mrs. Lord, before you go, I have a message from my father. He tried to reach you last night, but your phone was busy. He had to rush out of town.
Oh?
It was a personal emergency. He wanted me to tell you that he won't be able to start work until he gets back.
And when will that be?
I'm not really sure, but he said he'd call you as soon as he knew his plans.
I cannot say that this pleases me. Where can I reach him?
I don't know.
Then I guess I have no choice but to wait.
Dorian, please. Crisis time.
Fine, I'm coming. Mom, Kathy, please. I've got a station I'm trying to run.
Hope I didn't put her in a bad mood.
No, she was in one to start.
Well, Cass, give me a call sometime. I'd love to have lunch and hear all about your trip to Europe.
Actually, I'd like to talk to you right now, but it's not about my trip.
What about?
Diane. What do you really know about her?
We can't let the lives of two insignificant people stand in our way, Jamie.
Fair enough. You help me escape from the police, and I'll help you dispose of Max and Tina.
All right. Why don't you wait for me in the music room? After I've alerted my men at the Bella Vista, we'll begin a full-scale search for the Holdens. Gabriela!
Well, I was just bringing some things in from the market.
You bringing in or going out?
To be honest, there's a bag left in the car. I'll go
Yes,
fetch it.
let's be honest, my daughter.
Oh, Papa, that hurts.
Were you listening to private conversations? I'm getting tired of you lying about your comings and goings. Where were you going? Now the truth, Gabriela.
You speak of the truth?
Yes.
A man who deals in drugs and murder?
I should have thought as much. You were spying.
Oh, a minor crime compared to yours.
You don't understand these things.
I understand plenty. I know what kind of man you are. That's why I'm going to the police.
You're not going anywhere. Now listen to me.
Don't hurt my baby. Yes. I'm going to have a baby. And the baby's father is Max Holden.
B.
What's the matter, Papa? Why should I be any different from you? We're both liars. You're not a leather exporter, and I'm not a virgin.
Kathy.
Go on and hit me. That's how you settle everything, isn't it, Papa? If you can't control it, you kill it.
You brought shame to the Medina name. Shame and disgust.
No, Papa, you're the one who shamed us, pretending to be a man of respect while all along dealing in drugs.
Silence!
I will not be silent. I suspected you weren't the man you pretended to be. Now I know how corrupt you are.
I will not be lectured to by a common tramp.
Call me what you like, but I'm not sorry for anything I've done.
I can't believe that this is you talking, Gabriela. I mean, why are you throwing your life away for this man and his child?
It is my life, and I have the right to decide.
Oh, I see. And do you understand that when you gave yourself to this man that he was married? How is that for purity and love for him, huh?
He doesn't know about the baby yet. I haven't told him.
Why?
I didn't have the chance.
You didn't have the courage, you mean? Because you know what he would say. He's married to an American woman. He will never admit irresponsibility for his mistakes.
You're wrong, he will.
I'm sorry to tell you this, but you are a foolish, immature child.
I can make my own decisions.
No, you can't. You've had a long road of foolish mistakes. You wanted to learn ballet. I sent you to England. Then you changed your mind. I want to study fashion designing, you said. And I said, all right, stay there. And now you want to raise a child without a father.
I can work. Having a baby won't stop me from having a career in design.
Kathy, this is not America, United States. This is Argentina. A woman without a husband pays a very dear price to raise bastard children. You have shamed the name of disgrace, the name of Medina, and yourself. Our family will never talk to you. Do you think that a fashionable designer from Buenos Aires will hire you right now? You're dead with the Medinas.
It's my problem, and I'll deal with it.
Yes, well, then I will take care of Max Holden. He will be my problem. He will be a fond memory to you.
I won't let you hurt Max. I'll call the police. I'll do whatever it takes to stop you.
You will obey me, and you nothing. Because this is now a matter of not your virtue. It's a matter of honor, Gabby. Medina honor, and Max Holden must pay for what he has done to you.
I've got myself a serious enemy, a man by the name of Dante Medina.
Max, is this why you're so nervous?
Listen, the guy has been using Bella Vista Ranch to grow coca, as in cocaine. Tina and I stumbled on it. Now he's got all of his men out trying to find us.
Max, did you call the police?
What am I going to do? This guy's bound to have the local police in his pocket, and once the police get involved, you know, the press is in there. You know what that's going to mean?
It means that Court's going to find Tina.
Yeah, that's why I need your help. All of our papers, our cash, our passports, everything, they're back at the ranch.
Max, if this man is so dangerous...
Damn it! I've taken 100 risks to keep Tina away from Court. I'm not going to lose her now.
You love her that much?
I love her as much as you love your son. Maybe more.
If I live to be 100, I'll never understand how she does this. First my son, and now you.
She has taken as many risks as I have these past few days. She has been brave. She has been honest.
Honest? Tina, honest? Oh, boy, does she have you fooled.
No. I've been the one fooling her. I know all about her and her baby, but she knows nothing about the money I took from you to bring her down here. I've been hiding from the Cords looking for her, and I've been lying to her to keep her.
Max, if I didn't know you better, I'd say you had a tinge of remorse in your voice.
I tell you, I wish I could tell her the truth right now. I wish I could tell her that it was money that made me bring her down here, but now I'm in love with her. I wish I could just say, choose, me or Cord.
Well, you can still give her that choice if you want to lose her forever.
Damn it, don't you think I know that? That's why I got to get her out of the country before they kill us or before Cord finds her. Either way, I've lost her.
Max, you do have a problem.
No, Maria. We have a problem. The question is, are you going to help me solve it?
But why would this Medina character want to hurt Max and Tina?
No, I have said too much.
Please, you said that they had something to do with their disappearance. I'd like to know how. Why?
Lord, you can see how frightened she is.
Yeah, well, I'm pretty frightened myself, Kate. Tina's gone. That means my baby's gone, too.
Margarita, we want to help Senor Holden and his wife. Please tell us what this Dante Medina has against them.
I told you, senorita. Dante Medina is the devil. Don Alonso, the man who owned this ranch, he was a saint.
Yeah, we heard all about that, how he died under mysterious circumstances.
He did not die, senor. He was murdered. And Dante Medina wants to use this ranch for his own evil work.
What evil work? What's going on, Margarita?
No more. I said too much.
Margarita, please, wait a sec.
Let her go.
You heard what she said, Kate. There is something bad going down here, and that Medina person is in the middle of all of it.
I think that Max and Tina figured out what was going on and ran away from here.
What if they didn't have a chance to run away, Kate? What if that guy got a hold of her and did what they did to Don Alonso? Now, come on, we saw their things here. We know that they're nowhere on the ranch.
I think the best thing we can do is go back to town.
What, just let the Medina take care of him in his own way?
No, I think we should go back and talk to Luis. He's the only one who can help us find out where they went and why.
All right, let's just hurry, because I got this feeling that Tina's in big trouble.
But Diane never let me get very close. It was as though she had been through so much and I was some innocent college kid.
Did she ever talk about her past or any of her friends, anything like that?
No, I don't remember mentioning anybody. Wait a minute. I just remembered someone.
Someone from her past?
I'm not sure who it was, but the last time I saw Diane was over at your mother's place. She received a long-distance phone call there.
How did you know?
Well, because when the phone rang, she asked me to answer it. She said she didn't want to talk to anybody. She seemed in a real hurry to get somewhere.
Do you remember what day that was?
It's easy. It was Friday the 13th. Why? Is that important?
Yeah, it could be. Go on.
Well, I answered it, and it was a man. He said he was calling long distance, and it was important that he speak with Diane.
Did you recognize his voice?
No.
Come on, Mary Lynn, think. Is there any way that could have been Jamie Sanders?
Jamie Sanders? Cassie, I'm happy to say I never met the creep. But whoever the caller was, he was awfully rude.
Well, did she finally take the call?
That's why I remember it. After saying she didn't want to talk to anybody, she asked me to leave so she could take this call.
And that's when you left.
Cassie, I know when I'm not wanted. I'm sorry, but that's all the friends of Diane's I know about.
No, don't be sorry. You've been a big help.
I have?
Yeah. Mary Lynn, you just gave me the missing piece to a puzzle that has been driving me nuts. Thank you.
I'm sure your friend will give us a moment or two.
Diane, is everything okay?
Yeah, thanks, Steve. Detective Garrettson is an old friend of mine.
Do you have something against me making new friends in this town?
Actually, I'm more interested in your old friends. One in particular, the late Lorraine Spitz.
If you want me to say I'm sorry she's dead, don't hold your breath.
You must have stayed pretty tight with some of your old pals back in the cell block. Did they have any ideas about who caused Spitz's suicide?
Look, I have done my best to put prison behind me. And when I left, I didn't think about any of them, especially Spitz.
Man, I've heard about people forgetting the past, but you make a religion of it.
Well, when your memories are as painful as mine, then there's no choice. Now, if you'll excuse me...
All your memories can't be painful. Now, Dorian mentioned something about a foster family you lived with in Ohio.
Spartans? What about them?
Well, just that you had some bad times and some good. And again, I guess high school's like that for everyone, right?
Yeah, I guess it is. What are you getting at?
Cassie said that you went to high school in Kansas.
Well, she made a mistake.
No, she was sure you said Kansas because she remembers thinking once before that you'd said Colorado, and then you corrected her.
Now, what difference does it make where I went to high school?
Well, it would help me fill in my records, for one thing. But, of course, if you refuse to tell me...
Who's refusing? I went to Theodore Roosevelt High School.
Mm-hmm. Was that in Sandusky or Wichita or Denver? Never mind. I'll check all three. Thanks a lot, Diane. You've been very helpful.
There's, a luncheon today to honor a very powerful woman in town, Doreen Lord, and we used to be real close, and I do have an invitation, and it does say for two.
Well, if you're asking me to be your escort, I accept.
Oh, great. Do you have something that resembles a suit?
I think I can chase one up.
Great. Well, then meet me back here in a couple of hours, okay?
Okay, Diane?
Bye.
Thanks.
You don't frighten me, Papa. Whatever you do to silence Max, you'll have to do the same to me.
Enough of this, Gabriela. Go to your room.
And I don't take orders from you, not anymore.
Go to your room and start packing. And take your shame to the Sisters of the Madre Dolorosa.
That place is like a prison.
And so it shall be. Once your child is born, I will see that the sisters take it to an orphanage in San Carlos.
No.
It has been decided. You will lead a life of chastity and penance, and the baby will be delivered to a childless couple in San Carlos. At least some good will come from your shame.
The baby is mine, and I will not give it up.
Go to your room and start packing. I have business to attend to.
Like killing Max?
I will take care of Max Holden my way.
Oh, don't make murder a matter of honor. You don't hate him for what he did to me. You hate him because he uncovered your crime.
Will you be silent and just go to your room? I'll take care of Max Holden my way, and then I'll drag you to the mountains myself. Go!
You know, I think I respected you more when you were just a hustler, looking out for number one. Now you're so concerned about Tina.
You don't get it, do you? I'm in love with her.
You're right. I don't understand. I don't know how anybody can love Tina, but if you can get her away from my son, you have my blessing.
It's not your blessings I need, Maria. What I need right now...
I know you need cash in your pocket so you can get out of town. Well, I paid your way this far. There's no reason for me to stop now.
Thanks. Now I just got to find a way to get those passports. There's no way we're getting across the border without them, so I'm going to have to stake out the ranch. Wait till there's nobody around, then I'll have to sleep.